Hello, I'm Aya.
I'm Ger, we're from Collective Endeavours, a music dance improvisation group.
So we were the Beyond, from the Beyond in 2022 autumn, and we did a project event called Spring We Open Floor in Kinning Park Complex in March 2023.
To let you know a little bit about Collective Endeavours, we're a music dance improvisation group based in Glasgow, started by myself and Selene Vine-Actor in 2010, but focusing on larger group music dance improvisation since 2014.
So how we got the idea of getting this event, making this event happen, it was towards the end of, well, just after the pandemic, when we were writing the application, and also just before the pandemic started, I had a baby. And so it's a big shift for me in terms of life and kind of professional work too for me. And yeah, when we practice with Collective Endeavours, I started bringing Hannah, my daughter, along. Yeah, it was a really big effort, bringing lots of toys, about 3-4 different type of snacks and water drinks, coming with massive rucksack. And yeah, it definitely brought some new elements to the group. Do you remember the moment?
Yes, we were talking earlier about the number of variables in improvisation, and having Hannah there increased the number of variables. And as you've always said, because we weren't practicing super often, when we did practice, Hannah would be at a different stage of her development.
That's right.
And the variables would change again with what we were improvising with.
Yeah.
But as we were also talking about, we've had over 10 years of a really rigorous practice with improvising, and we really love taking the components of improvisation and taking them apart and trying to understand them. So it was really exciting basically to have Hannah to have and all those other different inputs into the practice.
I think we brought this sort of soft edge, more various level of playfulness, soft edged sort of improvisation approach, and a more tactile connectivity. Something this soft body, children's soft body brings to the group was something quite new and so playful, and also I love this word play, and we are playing all the time. You are playing guitar, we are kind of playing. Hannah's plays and different another play, and so it was an interesting time, and that brought the idea of maybe we should do an event that anyone could just come out the door without preparing snacks, and just finding community again after pandemic. And so Kinning Park Complex was really lovely venue, very connected to community, and they have this lovely rectangle bright room with this kitchen that kind of comes out with hatch door, and so we wanted to have the event with music, dance and food. So that was the idea.
The unusual framing of the Collective Endeavours performance was that we announced before we performed that parents didn't need to try and control their kids. So we were really interested in the day, as well as being a as Aya says, is the day was an open community event with these different activities and elements to it. We, as improvisers, were also really interested in how those elements of the day would feed into what the performance would be and the singularity of the performance. So in that respect, the whole day was the improvisation. A performance space in terms of in terms of a workshop space, the kids, you know, they decided how on or off they were in terms of just being active when we were performing, and that brought a beautiful feeling that you could really feel each kid and the decisions we were making and the agency they had. It also meant it brought a lot of information for us performing, because the kids had been active previously in the day, and Ali's amazing set also involved explicitly getting the kids to run around and do activities. So the kids were quite charged up by the time we performed. And
Monica was leading Context too.
And so there was a lot of information for us as improvisers to work with. But again, that's what the practice is. It was kind of turned up. The dials were turned up on the amount of information we were improvising with. But that's what we've worked on rigorously to make decisions from the other elements that are in the space, whatever they are, whether it's the sunlight coming in the window or whether it's a kid playing your guitar.
So it's a challenging. It was fun, absolutely fun, but challenging practice for us. Like we really had to be on our toes every second. And but there were, I think, all no calling ambulance whatsoever. It was safe in somehow. We were looking after each other.
Definitely. But in terms of taking care, I think that's really fascinating. Like, of course, it's a safe space for the kids, but the kids are kind of taking the agency to take care as well. That's the thing, because no one's telling them what the rules are. So then they're discovering it, and individually and collectively they're deciding what's safe. And that's a really powerful thing that we can do with improvising, is to have that softness and complexity.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, talking about improvisation, I think Glasgow is very active city.
So I'm part of the Glasgow Improvisers Orchestra, which is a group that's been going for over 20 years, and I run two monthly open sessions for them, one online and one in person at the Glad Cafe. That's called Geodynamics. There's a broad community of improvisers in Glasgow, and I think one of the things that's really brilliant about it is that there's really not a separation between the professionals and the so-called community groups.
That's it.
Everybody's crossing over all the time, especially Geodynamics night. It's very horizontal in terms of hierarchy, in terms of everybody's just playing music on the same level.
Yeah, similarly, I think dance is a bit like that in Glasgow. The workroom has been supporting these professional classes happening. It's been 5 years since I started leading those regular classes. And it's Friday is a research-based improvisation class, open level. Again, I'm just inviting lots of people to come, those people who I meet in a shop or on the street. Some people asking, is there any way I can do dancing? Also, during the pandemic, we were dancing in Queen's Park. So being kind of exposed to community a little bit. So it's, I think, improvisation or, those interdisciplinary, I hate the word to say, work in Glasgow is expanding, and I think communities getting built more and more these days, and it's quite exciting time.
And the workroom has been a big factor in supporting that.
Absolutely.
And in terms of the support they gave us to do spring from the Beyond Fund. Yeah, it was special for us. You know, Collective Endeavours has mostly functioned with no support
I know.
for all the years that we've been doing
Just
stuff.
passion.
The economy of passion.
Yeah.
And yes, so the future events, which we really hope to be able to do.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for listening to us. And yeah, one more time, big thank you to Workroom and Beyond. And hope you have a nice day.